What's happening, everybody? Mwara Mute, good morning, Mulweni, good afternoon, Sambonani, Dumelang, bon après-midi, buenos noite, buongiorno, buenos dias, guten Tag, guten Abend. Guys, ni hao, konnichiwa, kalispera. As you guys know about what's going down, Donald Trump and the president of South Africa, Cyril Ramaphosa. I mean, it went down yesterday in the Oval Office of the White House in America. And this was really bad because it was the ambush against the South African president. And this is what the, let me play.
Another day for the history books today from Donald J. Trump. An astonishing display from him.
This is MSNBC American. This is where we're gonna have to listen. And then you can comment your opinion and everything in the comment. Thanks, guys. I appreciate your comments so much. We are here to teaching each other, to enlighten each other. If you see something wrong, speaking about it, we are unity. Like, it doesn't matter where you're coming from, what race you are. I mean, we all want a better place for everybody. All right. This is what the journalist has to say, the American journalist.
Another day for the history books today from Donald J. Trump. An astonishing display from him in the White House today. Donald Trump meeting with the president of South Africa and attempting to ambush and humiliate that leader inside the Oval Office. But what he did instead was embarrass and humiliate the people of the United States of America again. In his meeting with President Ramaphosa, Trump peddled unsubstantiated claims of genocide in South Africa of white South Africans, a group that ruled during apartheid in South Africa. It is a fringe conspiracy theory pushed by the likes of Elon Musk, Tucker Carlson, and David Duke, the former Grand Wizard of the KKK. So next, Trump asked his staff to dim the lights and roll in a television. Once the lights were dimmed and the television was there, they played a video that Trump claimed showed evidence of genocide against white farmers. Here's the reality as reported by the New York Times. Quote, there have been killings of white South Africans, but police statistics show they are not killed at a higher rate than other South Africans. And while the South African government did pass a law permitting the government to take land without compensation, the process is subject to judicial review. President Ramaphosa did his part to fact-check Donald Trump in real time. He added that he didn't even recognize some of the locations in the video. Here's what he had to say.
Our government policy is completely against what he was saying, even in the parliament. And they're a small minority party, which is allowed to exist in terms of our constitution.
But you do allow them to take land.
No.
You do allow them to take land.
Nobody can
And then
take
when
land.
they take the land, they kill the white farmer. And when they kill the white farmer,
This is what people don't understand in America, like in the entire world. I mean, how many times people are going to say that during apartheid, the land were given solely to the white minority in South Africa that own 70 to 80% of fertile land, so they can cultivate, so they can farm. So they were given land. And the land, somebody just told me in my comment that the land doesn't now belong to the state. But no, the state has the authority to control the land. The land is an asset of a state, right? So it's a land. What's the word? Repropriation. It's not like they will come and confiscating your land. It's not like that. All right. But suddenly people don't understand this thing, and this is where the misconception is coming from. Oh, you confiscating the land, you killing the people. How many people? Because in South Africa, life is very volatile, bruh. Like, how many people die? We're gonna get there. Let's finish.
farmer, nothing happens to them.
No, there is
Nothing happens to
there
them.
is criminality in our country. People who do get killed, unfortunately, through criminal activity, are not only white people.
I
Another-
really like the way Ramaphosa was defending the subject of criminality in South Africa, because people think that the 90% of black South Africans are attacking white South African, which is this is totally BS. Guys, you know that many of South Africans that are on my channel, they keep on commenting and stuff like that. Everybody's keep on bringing up his own opinions, which is I appreciate a lot. But guys, I know people been living in guilt and fear because of what happened in the past regime, like the apartheid regime. And I actually congratulating the president Ramaphosa so much, because he didn't even try to play the victim card, which is if he. What about if we started to pull up the videos that they were taken during apartheid? What about what we trying to count what happened during apartheid? I mean, it's just not gonna make any sense, and we don't want actually South Africa, the world, like of revenge and stuff like that, and blah blah blah, and things happen that we don't want that. We just want peaceful, oh, right? So Afrikaners, they were actually they were really like going to America. Yeah, it's good to go to America, but going if you want to go to America, that doesn't mean that you're gonna have to go to America in a and claiming falsely that you are going to America because of a certain things that is happening to you in South Africa, and that's a claim false. Go to America because you want to better your life, which is a lot of people was gonna have that opportunity if they say like America is a land of honey and whatever. People was gonna take that, but instead saying that you are going to America because you are being extremely persecuted because you are a certain color, white, and they are killing white farmers in South Africa. That's really, really, really terrible. And this is Larry, is a journalist from Kenya. He was actually in Kenya, but he has the good statistic about what happened in South Africa because he's a BBC journalist. And I'm gonna play this so you can hear him out and what he said about that.
Ramaphosa maintained his cool, tried to push back, explain the situation. Many South Africans, Becky, are quite happy with how President Ramaphosa handled that. They praise his composure and how calm he remained throughout that. One South African newspaper has said he was not Zelensky, and they consider that a win.
It was the right call. South Africa is a country on its own. I don't think we need to explain ourselves to USA.
President Ramaphosa went to talk trade, but for over an hour, they ended up litigating and relitigating this case of a white genocide, the evidence of which we have not found, to be clear. Between April and December 2024, there were 36 farm murders in South Africa, and only 7 of those were farmers. But in that same period,
Let's
there were
listen to
almost
that.
murders in South
What?
Africa. And in December 2024, there we have not found, to be clear. Between April and December 2024, there were 36 farm murders in South Africa, and only 7 of those were farmers. But in that same period, there were almost 20,000 murders. So that's 0.2%
Let me get that.
Africa. And only December 2024, there were the evidence of which we have not found, to be clear. Between April and December 2024, there were 36 farm murders in South Africa, and only 7 of those
26 farmer murders in South Africa between what and what?
between April and December 2024, there were
between last year, April, and December 2024, 36 farmers, and the majority of the farmers, they are black, actually, if you do not get that thing right. They are black, because when people are talking about the farmers, they think like the farmers are only white in South Africa, right? But you don't understand that the white employs the black. This is typical in South Africa. Everywhere you're going to go, if you go to Stellenbosch, the white are living in the nice house, and then there is a location where like a township where black people are living over there, because the white use the black people as as employees, right? And the black people, they're working for white people's company. If you're going to Hout Bay in the worst here in Cape Town, because many people, they think because I'm a foreign, I don't know anything about South Africa. They keep on telling me, oh yeah, you are foreign, you're not even from here and stuff like that. And I can tell you, I've been living in here for more than a decade. I've got kids in South Africa. I worked with South Africans like my entire, like almost like for 18 years. Like I've been surviving this, like these things. And I know. All right. So if you're going to Hout Bay, like there is Imizamoyetu there, and there is a small township over there, which is like a black. But when you go to the beach, the Hout Bay Harbor, it's white. The majority is white. So it means the white, they're using the black. So when they say like farmer died, I mean, which farmers? The majority are black. And it's out of the context. This is the statistic, and you can't get that wrong. Okay? 36 farmers died. And how many people died yearly in South Africa? That's where you got to double check. You don't have to play the race card. All right? You don't have to play the race card. Just starting to think as a human being, how many people died in South Africa weekly, monthly, yearly? If 36 farmers died from April to December 2024, how many people died from from April 2024 to December 2024? Bro, millions of people died. And this is not based on their color of the skin. No, it's not like that. It's just because they died. Something happening. There is gangsters in Cape Flat where like Mr. Johan Rupert had to say about that. He said John Steenhuisen wouldn't accept that because he controlled the Western Cape and he's the minister of the agriculture and he's a DA. I mean, the DA president, and he's white. So if all those guys went there, what do you understand about white genocide? And who are they? Are they black? Let me play Larry.
6 farm murders in South Africa, and only 7 of those were farmers. But in that same period, there were almost 20,000 murders. So that's 0.2% of the grand total.
In that period, almost 20,000 people died, and 36 were farmers. 0.2% of the people were farmers. Man, you got to get your fact right. Larry, I like you so much. Brother, you've been doing a lot of work. Really, Africa is thanking you so much. We got nothing really actually to thank you, because you've been like one of the best reporter like for CNN, and I'm sure one day maybe they will cancel you just like they canceled Gary from BBC in the UK, because when the people telling the truth, the media is just trying to cancel them. All right, and this is what's happening. Let me play Rupert, because Rupert played a major role by telling Donald Trump that what he has been playing, it's absolutely nonsense, because
I had to widen.
okay, so this is after Donald Trump has already playing some video, some tape of showcasing that there were white farmers in South Africa, blah, 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 and stuff like that. By the way, I'm Congolese, and I'm going to be honest with you. There is a picture that Donald Trump show, what is this? Let me find out that picture that Donald Trump show Cyril Ramaphosa and tell him that these are the people that were killed in South Africa. By the way, that was a Congolese mass murder. The 50,000 people that they were dying, that they were killed on the 28th of February this year when the M23 siege Goma. That was the picture. But Ramaphosa didn't pay attention to it because he's not a media person. Okay, those are the paper. I will show you the paper, and I will tell you. I even tell some people that this is Croix Rouge, the Red Cross I don't know if there is a Red Cross in South Africa because you have paramedic ambulances and stuff like that, but there is not that in Congo. And there was a picture of Croix Rouge, which is a Swiss company, Red Cross. So you're gonna see it there, which is to show you that they formulated this propaganda against the South African president. So they just wanted to minimizing him, to just showing him that we can control you, blah blah blah, and things like that. So let me play, and you're gonna see that picture. I will hold on to that picture.
They'll be accepting a Qatari jet to be used as Air Force One.
What are you talking about?
What are you talking to respond?
You to get out of here. What is this Air Force, a jet, okay? And you don't have what it takes to be a reporter. You're not smart enough. But for you to go into a subject about a jet that was given to the United States Air Force, which is a very nice thing, they also gave $5.1 trillion worth of investment in addition to the jet. Go back. You ought to go back.
So here they're discussing about what the Qatari had to give. They gave him, and so he's upset. He's insulting the NBC journalist in front of another president. This is kind of disrespectful. And there is a picture here, like two people there. We don't know if they are South African. And then there will be another one. What is the picture?
Run that network, and you're a disgrace. No more questions from you. Go ahead. Go ahead, talk about that. His name is Peter something. He's a terrible reporter. Quiet. Let's go.
Thank you so much, President Trump, and it's last from EMCA in South Africa. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
What would you like President Ramaphosa to do about the situation
I
that we've
don't
just
know.
seen on the screen?
Okay, let me find out the picture because I want to show you how things were in the Oval, how they formulated this case against.
For you to be convinced that there's no white genocide in South Africa.
In addition to the
Okay,
jet,
there we go. That's a
go
picture.
back.
That's a picture
These
number
are
one.
articles over the last few
You're gonna
days.
see the Congolese one.
Death of people. Death. Horrible death. Death. I don't know.
But you know that there are
Pick
young
anyone.
people who are
White
tired
South
of this.
Africans are fleeing because of the violence and racist laws. And this is all, I mean, I'll give these to you.
No, I'd like
So
to-
when you say, what would I like to do? I don't know
There
what
we
to
go.
do. Look at this.
You see this picture over here? This is not South Africa. It's been trending, and people recognize the images because they've seen when Congolese were dying.
White South African couples say that they were attacked violently. And,
President Trump, when will you go and see for yourself?
There's the picture.
well, I could do that. Look, here's burial sites all over the
There
place.
is the
They're all-
picture. That's not South Africa. This is not South Africa. It's one of the Congolese mass murder that happened when the M23 invaded Goma in the North Kivu in Congo. And this was the picture. They just take a picture, they put the picture over there, and then they started to write some article over a picture that wasn't even taken in South Africa. Those are the Red Cross. As you can see, they wear whites and red as the Switzerland's, because the company, I think they are Swiss, and I don't think they are here in South Africa because I have never seen them. They might be here in South Africa, but I've never seen them my entire life living in South Africa. So, and then Rupert came for Ramaphosa because he had to defend Ramaphosa because Rupert is the richest person in South Africa, worth about 14 to 15 billions of dollar. You can quote me if I'm wrong in the comment below. But the last time I've checked, Johan Rupert has the wealth estimated to be 15 millions or 14 millions of USD. So after the tape, then Rupert had to come and tell Mr. Trump, you and I, we've been friends in New York at that time, and that tape, people need to wind it properly because we've seen some things that it's not South Africa there, So let me play for Rupert. I appreciate a lot of Rupert. I told you guys when I created the billionaires list. I told you I have a feeling, a good feeling about Johan Rupert, and today he really played like a major key in saving South African dignity. Where Ramaphosa couldn't wanted to debate, couldn't wanted to talk back to Trump. You know, it's gonna be disrespectful and stuff like that because Trump is like careless and stuff. So let me play it for Rupert, and you're gonna hear him out.
I had to wind all of those tapes properly. You will see I'm the biggest target of that rabble rouser.
They have to wind all those tapes properly. You know, this is Rupert's said. Listen to that again.
I had to wind all of those tapes properly. You will see I'm the biggest target of that rabble rouser. Number one for over 10 years, Mr. Malema. In fact, the first time I met him, he was in the youth league with that gentleman. And look how he's changed. Right. We have too many deaths, but it's across the board. It's not only white farmers, it's across the board. And
it's not only white farmers, it's across the board. That's what Rupert said. So these things of white genocide, my friend, some of you maybe might be thinking that I'm too Pan-Africanist and stuff like that. Yeah, but I am Pan-African, but I'm advocating for everybody because when people dying in Gaza, I speak up, right? When people dying in Palestine, I speak up. When people die in Ukraine, speak up. People die in Syria, I speak up. Yemen, Sudan, Myanmar, Myanmar, Armenia, and stuff like that. I speak up. It's not because I'm Pan-African, because we care about the people. Like Tupac saying, I will never wish death on nobody. Can't. You can hate me, it's fine. But me wishing death on you or extremely persecuting a certain race just because you don't like them, bro, that's the bullshit. That's the bullshit. You can't do that. And no one will ever allow that thing to happen in 2025. Unfortunately, when you're talking about Gaza, some people, you see the Ashkenazi, they're trying to defend themselves. Oh, Israel is defending itself and stuff like that. I'm sure, like, from the time that Israel started to bomb Gaza up to now, many people there, they wash their hands off Israel because it's done a lot of things, bad things. Well, we might be different races, different races, but we want everything good for some people. Unfortunately, the apartheid regime was not like that, which is they used to favorize white only. Those white people started those things. White only because they privileging themselves better than other. That's where the problem came from, you know. And as I was telling people in the comments, blah blah blah, up and down, there will never going to be a fire without a smoke. One of my bosses told me that the way they invaded Angola, like the white South African, they wanted to colonize Angola. Oh my God. I mean, it's just horrible things. Why do you want the power so bad? So you can control everybody, so you can segregate everybody. Like everywhere you go in South Africa, segregation. Everywhere. Name me a place where it's not segregated in South Africa. There is many, like in the CBD where I live. It's not segregated because you get full of foreigners and South Africans and Europeans and everybody's like black Africans. Everybody's there. But when you go to the suburbs, it's kind of segregated. All right. Anyway, let's hear Rupert out, and you guys gonna give me the opinion in the comment.
we need technological help. We need Starlink at every little police station. We need drones. I actually got drones donated for the peace parks to stop elephant and rhino poaching. And his predecessor stopped the importation because he said the United States would spy on us. I mean, US SpaceX, the ridicule. So if you can help us, Remember, sir, you and I lived in New York in the 70s. We never thought New York would be what it became. 2 commissioners, a tough mayor. We need your help to stop this awful killing. But it's across the board. Ernie is right now building a house in George. I'm building 3 cottages for my grandchildren on a farm outside Graaff-Reinet. I often go to bed without locking the door. And we have a serious problem with illegal aliens who stream across the border. And if you really look at our statistics, a lot of these murders.
Man, I just want to say thank you to Rupert. He's kind of powerful. Like when he's speaking, everybody is staying quiet, right? Like everybody is listening. Even Donald Trump, like I put on some respect on Rupert name, bro. Like look at everybody's like kind of quiet. Yes, Rupert is speaking, man. I mean, Elon Musk. This is the guy, the head here. This is John Steenhausen, something like that. And Elon Musk was around the corner here. It was just like listening. They didn't give him the word. It was just listening because he wanted a Starlink deal, which is Ramaphosa is still holding. And the reason why Ramaphosa is still holding for Starlink deal is because Elon Musk didn't want to comply with South African law. They told him about BEE, which is Black Economical Empowerment. He refused, and then Ramaphosa brought up another solution, which is it's going to be equity equivalence, which is any foreign investor, when they come to invest in a foreign country, they have to comply with the rules of the country. Either your partner 20% or 30% gonna be a citizen of the country as you are a foreign in the country. And he refused because Starlink is not a South African company, it's an American company. So Elon Musk still holding on to that, even though Starlink is one of the best, because I've done some research. In the next video I'm gonna upload, Starlink is very powerful, and people were saying like they don't want Starlink, we don't want Starlink, because the reason he's gonna sell information, that guy, that's all I know, because recently he just dropped up Grok on Twitter to deliver some stuff that like they were not asked for. You know, that's the reason why.
Firstly, it's unemployment and illegal aliens. And then I met Vice President Bartz many years ago, the Charlie Rose show. My wife loved the book. And she reminded me this morning that you emphasized the devastation that occurs when big companies leave towns and cities, and there's a culture of dependency that develops. And I remember you discussing it. Now that's our problem. If we don't get our economy to grow, the culture of dependency and the lawlessness will increase.
Basically, that was the biggest motivation of the trip. And I like Ramaphosa so much, the strategy that he implemented. There is Ronald Amola there, Minister of Relations and Samuel like Affairs. There is a guy, a golfer. There is Johan Rupert, the father of South African economy. This is the guy who funds ANC, and he gives them money. Actually, people will keep on. If you're gonna comment here, why doesn't say there is a white genocide? Because he gave them money, like, and he knows almost everything. And also there is the president of DA is over here, and some other delegation. So it was a mixture of delegation, which is like a black and white, the most important people in the South African government, South African economy and political section, which is, it was very, very, very well and very, very curated. And some people saying Ramaphosa, he really was ambushed because of the video, the tapes. But once again, he liberated himself. He emancipated himself very well. He articulated himself calmly. I give him un coup de chapeau. And I appreciate him being there, like not just like insulting the name of South Africa, but praising her, standing up tall to the world, and showing that South Africa is not a country uh, of of as people think is criminal or persecutions and stuff like that. No, actually, in South Africa, you can insult Ramaphosa the way you want, and nobody's gonna come and tell you or looking you up like in some other country I don't want to mention right now. I and this is what he just said because there is a free speech. Like we are enjoying free speech in South Africa, and Malema had to fuck up. That's the thing.
I've again been against apartheid all my life, and I'm their number one target. Please just Google my name and Malema. You'll see it, sir. He marched on the
But
farm.
the crime is bad.
The crime is terrible, sir, but Mr. Steenhuisen won't admit to it, but he runs the Western Cape, where I live. And the biggest murder rate is in the Cape Flats. Gangs. We've got gang warfare. Like your M33, what were these guys? We've got equivalents there, but we need your help, sir. And we need Elon technology.
Well, one of the real areas of support is really in investments. We've got to grow our economy because through growing the economy, we're then able to create more jobs because crime really thrives.
That's true. I mean, one of the biggest problem in South Africa is to have great economy. Just like Cyril Ramaphosa said, the moment the economy is going to grow, the youth unemployment, which is some people say it's like a 60%. I didn't do any research on that, but I know the general rate of unemployment in South Africa, it's never go up than 36%. And this has been like for almost like 5 years. Right now, the last time I checked, it was on 32%. But when you take youth, then it can go up to 50. You see like there is a lot of unemployment in youth, right? So when you growing up your economy, you keep everybody busy. The time of racism, small problems, they are not going to make sense because everyone will be busy trying to do something and trying to better their life or working hard for their goals. And that's how you're going to have to end those little problems. But the more poverty the countries become, the more blames the country has, the more problems the country has, the more you're going to put all the problems on the foreigners, national, oh, blah, blah, blah. They are the most criminals in the country. But that's not the fact, bro. Like, last December, the police had to arrest 170 something people, and among 170 something people, 134 were South African citizens. Anyway, this is not like what I'm talking about, but it's just to tell you like we need the economical growth so everything can be in order, guys. So that's it for today. If you are new here, guys, let me know what your view, what your thought about this. You can still have the debate. You can still comment down what your thoughts, your opinions. But please stay professional. Don't insult. I know people have feelings. This is politics. We don't like politics, but politics, it's in our vein because we cannot survive without it, you know? And once again, the goal of this content is educational content, enlightenment content, and a kind of like entertainment. I'm a solo podcaster. So by the way, in the near future, we're gonna have guests and stuff like that. So please hit the button, subscribe, activate the bell notification. You can share this content on your WhatsApp story so people can have different opinions and so we can educate each other. No hate speech. And remember, we are all the sons of Adams, whether you are from Shem and whatever. I mean, we all the sons of Abraham. Like, it doesn't matter what color you are. We are all the son of Abraham. When God, after the Nephilim, it was us. We are the Genesis, right? Generation Isis. It's us. The beginning. That's us. Whether you are yellow, black, red, pink, Indian, Chinese, brown, mulatto, whatever, we are all the son of Adam. Guys, I will see you in the next video. Please hit the button, subscribe, activate that bell notification, and stay positive. Yeah.